everyone, it's Rob Sachetto, the zombie artist to the world, the grinder, grinding it out. Yes, guys, it is me, Rob Sachetto, inventor of the zombie portrait, artist behind more zombie art, traditional zombie art than anyone on planet Earth. I wrote and illustrated the Zombie Handbook, and I draw zombies for a living every day. Yes, that's what I do. And right now, I'm working on a genuine zombie portrait. Yes, it's true. Right in front of y'all. So, once again, my apologies, but this is a zombie portrait of a very young girl, and as per the YouTube requirements, I don't want to show a picture of her even. So the zombie portrait should suffice in terms of just being a drawing, man, of a random person as a zombie. So. It shouldn't, I don't think it would therefore be, a big deal or anything. Yeah. So yeah, I can't show the photo, even though I got the, permission of the Guardian and all that, obviously it's a zombie portrait, right? So, yeah, she actually suggested it. She said, "Oh, that'd be great if you, because she watches, and I don't know if she's on right now, but if she is, I think I let her know that I would be doing the portrait tonight. I think I did. I hope I did. Anyway, but hopefully she'll pop up in the chat and actually see the portrait order that she had asked for. So I've already transferred the image." From the photograph there, and I'm now sort of tightening it up a little bit, using the original to sort of, obviously get the shadow details and things like that. There's a bit of a darkening to the hair in areas, but she mostly has blonde hair, but it gets dark in areas because of the shadow and shade and things like that. So, but anywho, getting those things kind of down, and just adding the little bits and things. I wanted to have another piece of flesh hanging in there, so that it's more three-dimensional, that, because literally it was so funny. People were looking at my work and they were saying, it's three-dimensional, and I'm like, yeah, you should see the original though. The original is way more that effect, but they're looking at my prints and they're like, it almost looks like they're 3D because of the way you do the holding lines, and I was like, wow, somebody actually used that word. And I think they later said, oh, I heard that from your live stream, and I'm like, I'm already learning things from people I kind of told things to, So yeah, it's kind of funny, but anywho, things. So I'm glad you're all watching. I'm not making any sense. It's okay. I'm concentrating more on the tendons and things here. I have to tend to the tendons. Yeah, and there's gonna I'm gonna love that sort of just flap of skin there. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I love that. So I'm gonna thicken it a little bit. To make it look like it's more of a cheek under there. So yes, I hope you guys are having a great, what is it, week? Monday. Is it Monday today? It is Monday today. Wow. Pafaf. Yes, yes. And this afternoon I did the CreatureCon review. I was at the CreatureCon this weekend, finishing, I think, 10 new Pokemon zombies. Yeah. 2 of which are actually here so I can use them as go-betweens when I put the initial washes on this. So yeah, I'll be inking these guys too. So portraits and Pokemon, man. Oh, and maybe even pinups too, because I have several pinups to ink. You know. So yeah, some are almost done. Like this one's almost done. I might even be able to get that done, squeeze that in with all of this stuff, because that's how we do. That's how we do. This is how we grind, kids. This is what the grind is. Yeah. You know, constant creation, man. Like, yeah, it's true. You know. And I consider each thing like its own thing. You know, I try not to cut corners on stuff. I try to put as much, like there's never been a time where I've had to get things done. So I always had backup type of thing. So I wouldn't have to like rush drawings. I could kind of take my time, you know. So you just get into a rhythm, you know, where you're just doing it all the time, and you know, it's like anything else, man. It's like anything else, man. Drawing. Plus, I love it. I love drawing so much. You know, it's my thing, man. So why not zombies? And man, like that. I think that's a no-brainer. Pardon the pun, but like, yeah, why not zombies, man? Like, it was the perfect thing for me to like, you know, enjoy doing forever. You know, I can't get tired of it. I love it so much. You know, I love doing the zombie thing so much, and yeah, it relaxes me, and brings out a lot of creative aspects too. You know, depending on what the thing is. Like, again, you know, you can't go too crazy with, you know, so many zombie portraits. Gotta, you know, you've done a body of work. People expect that kind of thing, right? So I'm not gonna go nuts with, you know, and go all artsy haywire on a person's zombie portrait and not give them something they expected. You know, that I reserve for, you know, zombie daily stuff. And I don't mean the Pokemon stuff. I mean like everything. Like, oh, I want to do pinups. I love doing pinups. I love the structure. I love the fact that it's like life drawing. I love everything about that kind of drawing, right? So yeah, man, I'm gonna do tons of those because I really enjoy doing them, and folks can't get enough of them. Like, every algorithm shows like people gang up on those like Zombie Pinup Diva drawings more than most other posts, you know. So yeah. Yeah. You know, if people don't say anything about it, at least you can see that they, you know, there's a rise in numbers those days that you post, you know, pinups, right? So, yeah. And kind of as an artist, you have to, you know, you kind of have to be aware of those things, as awful and hateful as it might be to do so. You know, you really, if you're gonna be like that kind of artist that, you know, gets out there and tries to make it, yeah, man, you want to try all the different platforms and see, you know, how they work for you, type of thing. You know, like, I like DeviantArt. DeviantArt's really good, from what I've experienced, you know. But I don't know if there's many other ones out there. And if there are, really? Yeah, another platform. Okay. Just want to check the chat early. There. Yeah, so I think I'm just about ready to put the first wash on there. And it will be light. It'll be light. Very light. Very neutral. What makes a man go neutral? What makes a man neutral? Yeah, Futurama, man. Futurama, man. That was some great stuff, man. Zap Brannigan. And the cartoon, like the animation was so great, you know. So I'm gonna put the first. This is the first wash. I'm gonna add just to the person, subject, what have you. Zombie portrait recipient number 10,048. You know. Yeah. And then I'm going to leave the background. I'm going to leave the background the way it is because I will then add the yellow, which will also act as a base for the hair. A base for the hair. A base for the hair. Yes. So, it's the rhythm you have to get into to know what to do next. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, you flub a step and you pay for it later on. It's not that bad. There's nothing there's almost nothing you can't fix or just redo. You know what I mean? Like, worst comes to worst. I've done it. Oh, man, I've done it. I've done it so many times. You know, redo things. Oh, you know what's it? I've got something. Somebody gave me back, because I gave it to them billions of years ago, a Michael Jordan, like, super cross-hatch extravaganza high realism drawing. That's what they asked for. So it was a custom. So they asked me to do that. And I said, yeah, sure, man, love to, you know. A great challenge, good money, you know, it was a great, and it was for a friend, too. So I was like, oh, good, I'll get to see it sometimes, you know. But anyway, I did it. I did the whole thing. It took days and days, you know. And I worked at it all the time because that's the kind of artist I am. Like, I don't let stuff sit very long before getting back to it. So, yeah, I looked at it, and before I gave it to him, and I go, no, I can't live with this. I don't think it's good enough. So I had like the totally finished thing, like worked on it for weeks. Yeah, probably weeks, man, because it was a 20 by 30, like, super cross-hatch extravaganza, stippling, all that thing, high realism type drawing, man. So, yeah, I spent, like, you know, the requisite hours on it. And I'm like, I had to pull the plug. I'm like, no, I can't live with this, man. And I had to redo it. And I gave him the redo, and because I thought it was way, way, way better. Again, it took me weeks to do, you know, but I had to redo it, man. I know that was dumb, probably, but you know what I mean. You just can't. You can't live with it, man. You can't let it be a thing. You know, you can't let it put it out in the wild for some reason. I'll show you guys if you want. I ain't embarrassed, man. I ain't embarrassed. Hey, man, we all flub stuff, man. We all flub stuff. I'll show you boxes of like finished comic book pages, and you're like, you try to wrap your head around like how on earth I could have done all that for nothing. Like to just go, nah, it's not good enough, you know. So yeah, I've been there, man. Been there. Still am there. Still am there, you know. I don't have it all my damn self, you know, but I really put a lot of effort into the work that I do, and I really try to, you know, get it right. Get it right. There. Maybe a bit darker in there. Yeah, she's doing sort of a piranha thing with her lower jaw. It's just like I think she's in on the whole, you know, this is for a zombie thing. So I think, like, you know, she's doing the face especially for that, and it's great. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So much emotion. So okay, I'm gonna let this dry. Dry. Let it dry. There. And then what? What then, Smarty Pants? I'll do this. Pokemon, as advertised. As advertised. Did I? I don't think I did advertise anything about Pokemon. I just said I'm doing a live stream tonight. I don't think I mentioned Pokemon. But yes, the Pokemon, man. Oh boy. It never ends. I think I have to take a break from them. I just did like 13 new ones, like in a few days. So yeah. Oh, and coming up, zombie cats. Yes. Zombie cats coming up. Zombie cat portraits have been ordered. I just have to figure out what pics I'm gonna get to use. But see if there's happy hippie 420. Glad to see you right back to the grind. It was a pleasure meeting you in the past this past weekend. You're a super genuine guy. Wow, thank you so much, man. That really means a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot, and it was a pleasure meeting you as well. I wish I could remember exactly who you were. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. When I'm at cons, regardless, I'm almost. There's times where I go into a fugue state, man, and like I'm so wiped out. I'm kind of like in a daze. So punch drunk, man. You know. Plus, I'm awful with names. Like I'm the worst. I think I have there's got to be some kind of disability. I want reparations, man. Like there's got to be some kind of like I must have a legit like brain misfunction, man. When it comes to names, yeah, it's bad. It's awful. Like it's that bad. Wiener dog guy. Damn it, wiener dog guy. I know this. Oh, man, because yes. I'm tripping, man. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, wiener dog guy. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you as well, man. Rofi? Is it Rofi? Oh, Rogers. Oh, yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Wow, yeah. Do I ever remember you now? Yeah, oh my God. Sorry about that, man. It takes a while. This band's getting old. Yeah, mine's kind of in and out, man. But, yeah. Oh my goodness. But Had we ever met before? I thought we met before. No, to my recollection, I seem to remember we had met prior, right? Doug's. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by Doug's. At Doug's? I don't recall. Is that ridge brown too? I thought these, yeah, those are. Oh no. I think I screwed that up. Okay, you know what? Where's my where's my concealer? There's my concealer. There, yeah. Yeah, no one saw anything there. No one saw you. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Yeah, I think that's how it is. He's got that one ridge, and then the middle one, and then I guess that is the other plate. Right? Okay, that's what I think it is. Because I'm sure this is like brown. Okay. I'm having illusions. No worries, you saw a lot of people this weekend. Popular guy. And I don't think so. Okay, guy who ran the event's name was Doug. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah. No, I remember all of that. Yeah. That, you know what? Sometimes you just forget about whole pockets of like things. You know, I'm sure someone will come up to me and say, "Oh, remember when we talked about whatever?" And you know, without someone saying that, I might just totally forget about it somehow, or it might just fly into another region of my brain or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, because when you're at a con, and especially when you're depleted and that, you're like, sometimes I'm not saying that's like all the time at all. It's just sometimes when you're doing the long haul ones with little respite. It gets thinner up there, right? So it happens to everybody, kind of thing. It's like it's exhaustion or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like it's like it's this depleting type of thing. It's just hours of doing stuff. That's way more than I'd be doing at home. Yeah. What am I looking for? What am I looking for here? Yes. Crawled your way out of another one, didn't you? What? How could I not have? Where's that sand one? Is this it? Is this it? And what do I need that for? Food. You'll ruin everything. Oh yeah, the brown stripe. Oh, the brown stripe. And this is too dark. This is too dark. So I have to use something else. Is this dry yet? Get me out of this. No, I shouldn't. I shan't. What's this color? What? Tender pink. Tender pink. Really? Is that? I can't be that. That can't be what I think it is. That's weird. So weird. Okay, well I can't find a suitable... Oh, is this sand? Oh, it is sand! Yay, I found sand! Sand! Yeah. Goody. There. That's the color I wanted. Wanted. And I'm gonna fill that in. That's fine. There. Here. There. There. Now I can use that other brown. Other brown and kind of darken that side. There. Talking to myself. Who am I talking to? Yeah, you bet, man. Yeah. Hey, thanks for understanding. I've got half a brain going every once in a while for sure, man. Yeah. At times. What con are you going to this weekend? Oh, yeah, this weekend. I'm so glad you asked. This weekend is Northern Game Expo at the Caruso Club. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, the 5th of October. So Sunday at the Caruso Club, Northern Game Expo. Nice setup. Nice setup, man. Yeah, that's great. That set me perfectly up for a promo, man. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm gonna be this weekend or on Sunday. I hope I got that right. If not, check it out. Like, you know, if you're gonna go, you're definitely gonna check out the website, get tickets. I'm sure it's that. Yeah, I'm almost ironclad on that. So yes. And now, back to some drawing. How about? There. All right. And for the, you know what? No, this Sharpie's no good. You know what? I'm gonna try. Oh, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna try this Sharpie. This Sharpie's no good. This Sharpie. And yeah, Sharpies are good for what they're good for. You know? It's true. To give you that nice sort of, you know, thick, constant, smooth line. You know, it's a bit abrupt. It's a bit, it has limitations, of course, you know, but when used deftly, you know, you can really do a lot of, you know, good things with it. Even experimental things, you know. Yeah. Don't be afraid to try. That's a nice thing about, you know, having a sketchbook and everything. You know, you can just sort of casually, lazily draw in there and get your mind sort of going on a different wavelength and ways of thinkings, and you know, sort of doodle and create things, and you know, have a little visual diary of stuff you saw that day, you know, your interpretation of it, type of thing, in drawings, you know. If you need a subject, there you go, you know. It's your daily drawing thing. You know, make a little goal for yourself that you sort of go back to it, type of thing. A couple times a week at least, or more if you can, you know. But yeah, if you want to be that kind of artist that sort of does the things that, you know, I and people like me do, that's a really good way to start, you know, too, if that's your fancy, you know. So we're adding these dead or dying leaves these are kind of haphazard. Do the outline here first, then I'll get back to that. So, how's your Monday, guys? I hope your week started off okay, or good, or great, even. I'm back. Had to take a wee, not a break from life, but a break from live streaming because of utter exhaustion coming back from CreatureCon. Yeah, so that was a fun time. Of course, you could check out my review in the video section above me. I think it's above me. Yeah, you can check out the review there. Yeah. Saw some old friends, saw some new friends. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna put some dry sticks coming out. Ugh. Like dead sticks. Blackened. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Different reasons the Pokemon have turned into zombies, man. Like having that, in the back of your mind, trying to, do a rendition of the Pokemon that is a genuine type, zombie, not just like, drawings off a conveyor belt type of thing. So I want to try to make every one of them, sort of unique, and but at the same time have that cohesion that it's part of the same series, So when you see all of them kind of together, they have that kind of similarity that keeps them in that same series. It's not like I'm doing Pokemon sort of hybrid with like movie monsters or whatever. It's like particularly it's just that kind of zombie rendition or actualization. With traditional materials. So that's what you're kind of getting. And if you're into liking that kind of stuff, then you've come to the right place. Because we be drawn, man. We be drawn. And, this is all with, of course, the Sharpie, Sharp Y. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, would love it if you could. Really getting close to some, bigger numbers, and I'm really happy with the way things are sort of progressing with the channel. Lots of new subscribers, and thank you guys so much for, your support and your interest. That means more to me than anything in the world. You're the reason why I do this stuff, man. It's your reaction, it's your enjoyment, all of that stuff. And I love doing it. So, Queen, Oh man, got to get to a ton of requests. Oh, and here's a. I'm just gonna flash this on the screen for 1 second. This is gonna be a new movie poster I'm gonna be doing a zombie version of. I don't know if you saw that, but that's coming up. That's coming up. I'm coming up. Happy Hippie 420, man. Thank you so much for the chat and for watching, man. And yeah, I really appreciate that. That means a lot, obviously, right? Also, my whole life wanted Rick and Morty, but sadly, you were sold out. Guess what? I'm sleeving it right now. I'm sleeving that right now, amongst other things. So I have them. If you can, oh no, you. Well, I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you on the 11th and 12th in the Sioux for, what is it, NerdCon? Is it Nerd? No, it's NostalgiaCon. No, it's. I always get those confused. But yeah, no, I'll be there. I'll be there with the Prince, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sleeving him right now. So yes, sometimes you just run out of prints that people like. What are you gonna do? You gotta get more. You know? So these are kind of withered sticks. Oh, you know what? See if that zombie portrait's ready for the next wash. So the next wash. Yeah, that's right. The Rick and Morty one. But yes, I am sleeving them right now. So, all right, back to the zombie portrait. And again, for those of you who sort of encounter a lot of like warping with your watercolor paper, just bend it back, lightly, feel it, love it, you know what I mean? Don't hurt it. Be kind to it. Be gentle, and failing that, when it's dry, you can actually roll it slightly across the table, and it'll take out the bends and the warps and all that stuff. Anywho, now to the next step. Yes. And this time, it's yellow and probably a little bit of white in there. But this is more of a traditional zombie portrait because, well, no, it actually is a traditional zombie portrait because all of the backgrounds are basically yellow with like a silhouette forest, in behind, right? And I found that was such a great, like, both innocuous and reminiscent of like Dawn of the Dead, and helped punch the portrait out more because of that warm and against the gray and that of the zombie. The warm, cool contrast really punched the zombie out a lot more. The thick holding line in that, right? So yeah, there was a lot of benefits to that. Yes. And with this, I can even. It's okay if I go over into the skin or zombie flesh area because I can cover it up after. I can cover that area up with a slightly darker color or a cooler color. But this is the second, so the background is going to be, as I've said, that. And then, if you put all the zombie portraits I've ever done back to back, they basically create one giant zombie portrait because they all have the same background. You know, so you can have a zombie portrait that goes like around the world, man. Yeah. One day, because yeah, like they're 8 inches wide for the most part, or couples ones are, 14, inches. Somebody do the math. No, don't do the. No, I know I'm nowhere near going around the world with zombie portraits, but maybe one day. Yeah, if you got a person who loves horror, zombie stuff, things of that nature, zombie portraits make a great gift. So get a zombie portrait, guys. What you waiting for? Zombieportraits.com. Check out the Patreon page as well. Of course, I have Zombie Daily on there, in which I post all of my zombie art every single day on there. So treat yourself to that. Pack a lunch. Don't forget to hydrate. There's so many images you'll be scrolling for many a week. Yeah. It won't be doom scrolling, it'll be fun scrolling. Fun scrolling. Zombie scrolling. There. Okay, so I think that pretty much does it for the hair and background. The hair will have a little bit more character in it, like, dirt, muss, fuss, whatever, particles of, like flesh and things of that nature, right? Yeah, it can be affected a little bit more with with some different colors and stuff. I'm using a bit of gray in there. And then there's a gray base for it too, right? There's a gray base for it too. So that also, enriches it a little bit, gives a little bit more form. But I'm really going to do, the way I'm going to do the hair is I'm going to really try to, draw a lot of the strands, a lot of this, like, not necessarily strands, but, chunks, areas, and detail them, So, I think that's how I'm going to go about doing it, because the photo's great. Like, the photo's so great. And so I really want to, since I can see all where the hairs are and everything in there, I don't know if I could match that, but because it's absolutely chaotic. But I'm going to try to give it that same energy and detail. Yeah. Yeah, every zombie portrait's different, man. Every single one. That's why I never tire of them. Yes. Yeah. So, when people ask me a lot, how long does it usually take you to do, a drawing? Like something like this might take, 2 hours. Pencils to inks, or pencils to, basically inks is the final step. And I think about 2 hours. I've never really timed anything like that before, because as I'm off to do, I'm working on about 20 things at once, right? So, it's hard to gauge exactly. But for a zombie portrait, I think about 5 hours. I think about 5 solid hours for most zombie portraits. Some take longer, some might be shorter, Some could be shorter, but I usually, put in the extra and, try to give it a wow factor, because because I love doing that. I love doing that. I try to, give a bit of extra, right, when I can. So, yeah. So yes, order a zombie portrait, guys. You'll be glad you did. Or even a custom drawing. Even if you want to get a custom drawing done of a character of yours, or character that you like. Whatever, doesn't really matter to me. I just love doing customs, man. So yeah, feel free to order a custom. Just go to the Contact Us page on the zombieportraits.com website and put in your request, man. I'm gonna do that. So there we go with the weeds. Weeds, or, well, it's all kind of, I guess. You know what? That would actually be kind of cool, having weeds in there. Well, I mean, you can't really tell, right? I'm not going to start doing, like, weeds from nature all of a sudden. Yeah, I've gone too far with what I've done here, so I can't change the motif halfway or 3/4 of the way through. But I'm going to still try to put in that crinkly, crackly, dead leaves type of feel, Well, crumpled. Yeah, and sticks. Yeah, because he's got foliage on his back. And again, this is another, like, I was talking to a fan at CreatureCon this weekend, and we were talking about how we both consider, like, Pokemon to be like little kaiju, and they would fit in like, any Godzilla type movie for the most part, And just as I was doing this one, I'm like, yeah, like this thing, like I could totally see that being, Godzilla, something on Monster Island, man, absolutely. And maybe not a zombie, but like just that kind of style of creature, it's Pokemon, but it's like a redrawn to be sort of more realistic or comic booky or whatever. Yeah. With the zombie affectations, characteristics, evilness. Hope you guys are having a great night. Thanks so much for stopping in. Really appreciate your company. See how much work we can get done tonight. But again, if you're watching for artistic value, this is how I kind of do this stuff. I will tighten it up later on with a bit of these guys. If you can see these guys, Calculon, number 3, Stadler, Pigment Liner, usually tighten up with that afterwards. But yeah, this is how I kind of start, and you've all seen the, me drawing the thing from the ground up. Well, this is kind of where it sort of ends, right? So, like, this is the basically final stages. This, Sharpie, not always, but for the most part, doing the heavy lifting on the holding lines and stuff, and then using the Stadler afterwards, and with a bit of hot spots, things like that, maybe But yeah, this is kind of the final stage, you know. So it's almost finished. Almost. And this was one of the 13. Excuse me, I got, how many then? I got 11 done. I got 11 done. Yeah, I got 11 done. Wow. I haven't even scanned them yet. Yeah. I did a lot. But it was great. I really had a great time. Like, if I wasn't drawing, I was chatting with folks and talking to people and stuff. And yeah, it was a great time this weekend at CreatureCon. And again, I bring that up because that's where I did all the Pokemon, those new Pokemon ones that you'll see coming up on Zombie Daily. I was thinking of doing a massive Pokemon, like 3 new Pokemon a day thing every hour. Like every hour for 3 hours, a new Pokemon zombie drawing. Like do a Pokemon blast of some kind. So I'm really thinking of doing that. So yeah, let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see me do. Post a bunch of like Pokemon a day, new. Oh, Grottle, one of my faves. Oh, that's awesome. Case Productions. Thanks for watching, man. Thanks for commenting. Really? Hey, one of your favorite. Wow, that's great. Again, like I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this could easily be like something on Monster Island, man. Another Godzilla kaiju type of thing. Yeah. There's so many. Do it. Oh yeah, I'm doing them, man. I think with the 13 I just finished. I think we're at 270. So I've done 270 so far. Like, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I think I really did a lot this year. Like, I really did a lot. But I'm going to be doing more. But you got to take a break. You can't, I can't do, after these 2 Pokemon are done, I have to take a break from Pokemon for a bit. And maybe do the insect one, get back to the insect one or whatever. And finish doing the pinups because the 1100th milestone is this Halloween. So I got to get 10 done by then. I think it's 10. Yeah, I got to get 10 more done by then. Among everything else. Yeah. At least I have a few on the go, though, Yeah. I have a few on the goo. Yeah, I've got maybe 4. Yeah, maybe 4 on the go. So. Yes, if you're just tuning in, guys, I am Rob Sachetto, zombie artist to the planet Earth that we're on. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. And I invented zombie portraits way back in 2006. A service that did not exist before we invented it and got it worldwide. And man, ever since then, I've done over 10,000 zombie portraits all over the world. And that's not including all of the Zombie Daily drawings, which number again in the many thousands. Had to Google. There's now. So there's only 1,025. I thought there was way more. Maybe I was mentally preparing for way more, but that seems that seems doable. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Every Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna get back to see if the. Oh, okay, no, this still. But yeah, this is coming along quite nicely. I think I really. Yeah, I'm going to be busy for sure. I got so many requests to do things recently that I have to get on, and zombie portrait orders that I got during CreatureCon. So this is actually one of them that I got during CreatureCon. So yeah, and there's more. There'll be a cat extravaganza episode where I do cat zombies the whole time. So yeah, tune in for that. It was made for the internet. Yeah, it was made for the internet. Yeah, yeah. So cats, man, cats. On maybe the next show. Maybe the next show. Yeah. Now where was I? Okay, yeah, the skin-a-majig. Okay, let's see what brush to use here. What brush to use here? Ah, there. That. Oof. Okay, that's a nice sort of gray. I'm gonna make it a little warmer, I think. Yeah. A little warmer, colder. Okay. So now, putting the next wash, which is going to be the zombie skin tone, and careful to use the reference to see where the definition between the shirt and the neck is, because that's important, of course. You know. And although it's a little, the yellow's a wee wet, I'm still going to apply this because I think I can get away with it. And we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see what I can get away with here. Oh yeah, that's in the red zone. Literally in the red zone. Yeah, this area here is the red zone. That's where the gore is going to go. The gore is going to go. The gore is going to go. There. There, that looks great. I'm really happy with this one. I'm really happy with this. I love the weight of the color. And the application is great. I like it. I like how it feels there. You know, dry time is good. I can still mix things on the page, you know, and if you watched any of the other live streams, you'll know that the other paper I used that they kind of changed has a totally different dry time. So by the time you're like getting a color to mix on the page with, your first thing is dry already, so you can't like mix it on the page. And that's a huge watercolor thing, you know. Maybe if your page was soaked, it would work, but like I don't know if the paper is strong enough to take a soaking that much, like that much of a soaking. It's a weird paper. It almost feels like plastic, but I like it though, you know. It has a weird texture. But I used to use the other side of it to draw on, which was smooth, but then they changed it. You know, they changed it. So they changed it, whatever, man. So roll with it, man. You know, find a way. you know, and that's what you do. You find a way to, you know, use it or roll with it, you know, somehow. Lean into it. Yeah. Paper letting you down? Roll with it. Yeah, there we go. There, that is some nice. That's some nice. I'm gonna. There's still the ear there. There's still the ear there to do. You know, partially hanging on to the rest of the Walking Dead. You know, like that color. It's a weird. You know, it's a weird zombie flesh color. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, no, I really love that. That's good. I'm going to probably use some yellow acrylic marker later, perhaps, in places. I'm already trying to think of what I'm going to have to do for certain things. You know? Like hair and that, like, you know, you just kind of look at the areas and go, oh, okay, I gotta do that with that, do this with this, you know, as you sort of look around your surface, you know. So there's that's pretty good. So I got almost, like, I've got two washes almost back to back at the same time, rather. So that's really good. Because, yeah, time is... and it's not like I'm rushing anything. I would never rush a zombie portrait unless, you know, extenuating circumstances where a deadline is like, you know, humanly impossible. You know, you might try to cut places, cut steps, man. You know, cut in line, man, to get stuff done, you know. But for the most part, you take your time, and, you know, none of this takes that long. None of this takes, like, super that long. At least what I'm doing anyway, you know. But then again, I'm the grinder. I'm the grinder. Yeah, I've been called the grinder. And I'm like, first I didn't really understand what that meant, grinder. You know, like oh, no, it was king of the grind. King of the grind. That's what it was. Yeah, that was the first time I heard that expression. I didn't understand it at first, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. You're grinding it out, yeah. You know, for a split second I was confused, you know, confused. But it's true, but I love it though. I love it, man. I mean, you know, what's not to love? What's not to love? You're drawing things you love, you know. And you're making people happy, man. Like the joy and excitement and like genuine engagement that I receive from my art at conventions is utterly staggering. Like, especially lately, it's really, you know, I don't know if it has anything to do with just like the slop that's kind of out there, and then people are kind of sick of it. But there seems to be an uptick in people sort of like seeing me do the stuff and like looking at it and really looking at it, not just like seeing it, but like actually looking at it, examining it. Like, people look at stuff, like look at my prints for minutes, and it's like, wow, minutes, like that's not that long, but yeah, it is, you know, when it comes to just looking at stuff. So it's crazy, and I love that, you know. I love that engagement. It's so human, you know, because I'm inhuman. So I need the human touch sometimes, you know? Yeah, I like the human touch. Yes, the Simpsons. So yeah, we're just charging up the what is grotto? Grottle like throttle. I'm just gonna check the chat there. Had to Google. There's now. Okay, yeah, that's a positive way to look at it. Yeah, man, it's the only thing you can be. It's the only thing you can be. Happy hippie. It's the only thing you can be is positive, man. That's all you got, man. It's, you know, you can't take that shit away from you, you know? Anyways, I'm off. It was awesome chatting with you. Likewise, brother. I'll see you soon, man. I'll be among you soon. I'll be in Sault Ste. Marie soon. So hope you can make it out to that. I'm going to get my order in because you're bound to be famous with this, and one day they will be worth billions. Well, that isn't even that much of a stretch. I think a lot of art, like original art, will be very valuable soon because it just won't be made anymore. And I've said that in many live streams, and like in my opinion, art is the next big thing everyone should invest in because it is one of a kind. There's nothing like it on Earth. It's something you love. It's an investment. Like, you know, that stuff goes up in price, and yeah, I truly do believe that. Like, I've even seen my own stuff go up in price, like puzzles that I've done and things like that, selling on eBay for literally $1,000, and I couldn't believe that. And somebody bought that, and that blew my mind. I can't even remember which puzzle it was, but Yeah, but anyway, they bought it. I think it was the Zombie Stew one. Yeah, I think it was the Zombie Stew puzzle. On eBay was $1,000, and somebody bought it, and I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. So yeah, I know that stuff like goes up, and that's not original anything. I didn't sign it or anything. So, you know, but anyway, yeah, I think original art is where it's at. If you want to invest in something that's relatively inexpensive right now, and is genuine, it's physical, you can keep it, you can touch it, you know you have it, you know, it's superior to any other copy. It's the only one on Earth that exists. Perhaps the universe. Need I say more? And there's so much more I could say, but you know, yeah. Yes. Again, shout out to Happy Hippie. Thank you again for Happy Hippie 420. Thank you again for watching and commenting. Really, really appreciate that. And Case Productions, Grottle, one of my favorites. That's great. Thank you. That just so happened to be the latest one I'm working on right now. So that's wonderful. I'm going to switch back to my other studio for a moment. There we go. Yeah, and I want to get back. Do I want to get back now? No. You know what? I better cool my jets, because actually what I'm going to do is, yeah, because it's still damp. It's still wet. I know. I'm very eager. I very want to do as much as I can. There. And for you guys to kind of watch, too. And for you guys to kind of watch it, too. You know? So, you know, watching me actually do, you know, a real zombie portrait. This is how it's done. This is how it's done. This is how we do it. There. So that'll be, that's a great, I love that. That's a great, she does such a great face there. I'm gonna get, you know what? I'm gonna ink this. This is almost done. I'm gonna finish this Zombie Pinup Diva. Got a few more ink lines to do, and then it's done. And then I'm gonna finish the Pokemon, and I'm gonna try to finish that zombie portrait. So tons of things going on tonight, guys. Tons of things. Lots of different techniques being used. As you can see with this, it's just a matter of doing straight up line work, kind of making your lines a little scraggly for that sort of rock surface, that rough surface. So you're making your lines a little scraggly, you know. As you can see, maybe put a couple more things in there, leaves in there, and maybe it's getting darker as it gets to the bottom. Another leaf here. Yeah, see that? Yeah, see that kind of action there. So I want you to be able to see me do the inking. You know, so yeah, there. And what else? That shadow on the hair in the back. There. I have an eraser. There. Yeah, that was confusing. That was confusing in there. I had different weird lines. Maybe you couldn't see them, but I had like pencil lines in there that were confusing. Remnants of an old designed area. Yeah. There, so that's almost fully completed. Phew. Another new Zombie Pinup Diva, thank goodness. So yes, the 1100th Zombie Pinup Diva will be posted Halloween Day. So check that out on Zombie Daily. Check out Zombie Daily anytime for just an unbelievable amount of zombie art that you could not even imagine. Maybe you could imagine a little bit, but you know. But yeah, tons and tons of zombie art from across pop culture and beyond. And everything, man, everything, you know, dinosaurs, animals, insects, you know, cartoon characters, whatever strikes your fancy, zombies, man. So check Zombie Daily out. The link, of course, is in the description below. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. That would be absolutely wonderful if you could. I'd really appreciate that. It'd help me, you know, sort of ascend into the higher echelons of that algorithm stream. Become one of the beautiful people. Not with that face. No. Gargoyle. Mo. Anywho, yeah. So if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. I hope that you do love the content. I hope that you're. Are you not entertained? I hope that you're entertained by some of the content and possibly inspired, and or you know, maybe you want to start drawing. Maybe you want to start drawing. There's some drawing tips that abound on the live streams that I have done. Man, I think we're reaching like 50 live streams already. So yeah, check out the other live streams, of course, for other drawings and things that I've done, and I can show you how to do. So I think this, other than don't forget to put your name, put my name on there. There. 2025, yeah. It's a little late. It's a little late to be figuring that one out. There we go. There. Yeah. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yep. I think that's good. There. Tendons. Yeah, there. That's good. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's done. No, one more thing. One more little thing. There. I had to put that in. Okay, there. Now it's done. It's done. He's dead, Jim. Okay. Back to the zombie portrait. Ah, darn it. Ah, darn it. Hot darn it. Warm darn it. Warm donut. Ooh, no, you've done it. Oh yeah. Now I know what I was skidooing. Yeah, that's got to go there, and this has got to go with there, and that will dry faster. Dry faster. Gotta make sure that that's nice and blue, nice and cool color, cool color. Put in there and there and there, and of course here. In fact, all the way in that direction there. All right. Okay. Because zombie. Because zombie. But yeah, I have to let it dry again. Even some areas of the hair are still damp. So yeah, I don't know why. Well, yeah, I guess I'm doing it I guess I'm doing it at a pretty good speed. So I should give it a chance to dry a bit more. But it's turning out great. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to doing the hair. I'm looking forward to doing the hair. Cause yeah, the hair looks so fun with all the details. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah. So we got this little kaiju Pokemon dinosaur guy. Yeah, I like I said, I love doing these, man. You know, I'm sure a lot of artists look down on me for doing kind of stuff like this, but I don't care. I just enjoy doing it. You know, I do other stuff, man. You know, don't get me wrong. But don't get me wrong. That ain't me, man. But yeah, I love doing these. And here's the thing, right? It's content for Zombie Daily on top of the fact that I love doing it, right? So not only do I like doing it, but it serves a purpose too. You know. So yeah. But and they're fun to do at cons. They're great to do at cons. They're great to do at cons because they're identifiable for the most part. Like, I think I'm doing ones now that people like. They're more like obscure ones. I think the first two gens are the ones that people recognize. The common Pokemon person recognizes, I think. But other than that, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think they recognize these as much, you know. But it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm just drawing something anyway. You know, I'm just drawing stuff, and I'm getting work done, and you know, people can actually see me do the work. You know, people can actually see me do the art, and identify with the fact that it's me that did all the stuff on the table. You know, so they don't have to sort of ask. They do anyway, but that's fine, obviously, right? Are you the artist type of thing? And, you know, obviously, you tell them yes, and you get that connection, right? It's just connecting with people, man. And a lot of times, if they see your art, they'll, you know, if they feel that there's a connection to it, they'll do you the honor of purchasing that piece, you know. And whether it's a print or an original or whatever, you know, depends on what you can part with, type of thing. You know, when you're an artist like me, you can part with anything. You know, like, because I do zombie portraits specifically, it's like, oh man, I put like 10,000 hours into that, and I'm mailing it out, type of thing. You know. It doesn't matter. It's not for me. It's for the fan who ordered it, right? So, like that's where my head goes with that kind of stuff, right? So, you know, they're getting the original anyway. That's the whole idea behind zombie portraits, right? You get to keep the original painting and get it mailed to your door, type of thing. So, you know, I learned to part with stuff that I put tons of time in, you know, immediately. I don't think I had much of that. I think the only one thing that I couldn't bring myself to sell that I did was the Cult Electric album cover. I recreated that, not as a zombie thing, but I recreated the cover. And in the, like, all the sort of dark areas, I put like skulls and stuff in there, and there was like tons and tons of detail. Like, it's not perfect, but the person who asked me to do it was going to give me $300, and I couldn't sell it. Yeah, I couldn't, and that's the only thing. And I regretted it, because I'm like, where is that now? I know I have it somewhere. Maybe I'll show you guys. Yeah, again, like, I want to show you guys some of my flubs, man. Like, you know, again, obviously, I'm human too. I make a lot of mistakes. You see all the mistakes I make, like, as I'm drawing, right? You know, and so yeah, I'm not trying to hide anything at all. Like, you know, this isn't one of those highly edited affairs where it's like, you know, oh, he went from this to this and it's done, you know. I think I'm doing it fairly, like, fast enough, you know, for folks to sort of follow. I think. I hope. I mean, you can do anything with video afterwards, right? You can slow stuff down or whatever, if you want to see how, like, I'm inking things, like how I'm moving my hand and stuff like that to do that. You know, not sure what necessarily people do to learn, but the visual, right? You know, the visual people will sort of go like, oh, he's kind of just pecking at it, you know, adding a little more depth to those leaves back there, down there rather. And the shell. Safety always off. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta show you the Trailer Park Boys comic I did that we pitched. Trailer Park Boys way back. Oh boy, I don't even know when that was. Like mid 2000s. Like, oh boy, maybe 2007. Oh, I don't know. Maybe later than that. I don't know now. But yeah. Did a Trailer Park Boys comic. Yeah. Pitched it to the folks. Yeah. Should show you that comic. I think you'd dig it. I think you'd dig it. I think you'd dig it the most. There. Adding some nice details in there. I'm Rob Sachetto, zombie artist, the zombie guy, the grinder, the king of the grind, writer and illustrator of the Zombie Handbook, creator of zombie portraits, drawer of more zombie art than anyone on planet Earth. And I'm broadcasting out to you from my studio. Welcome to my studio if you're just tuning in. Drawn zombie Pokemon and zombie portraits and zombie pinups. Yes. Can you believe that? Now I think back to the zombie portrait. I think we've got some... I think it's sort of drying out that we could add the next wash on there. And now I'm wondering if there's anything to augment in there. Augment. Yeah, I think some brown. I think some brown. You are saying brown an awful lot. Brown. There we go. Some brown in there. Some gray brown. Brown, gray, brown, ground gray. There. And we're going to add that to this side here. This side here. There. And a wee there and there. There. Yeah, because that is the shadow side. The shadow side. That is the shadow side. So the hair is darker, and I'm putting some gray into the brown to cool it a bit. Cool it. And then under there as well. In this area here. There. Yeah, lots of cool. I really love the depth in the the way your hair is up like the hair is up like that. The way your hair is up like that. Yeah, the way your hair is up like that. It creates some great textures in there. Yeah. Which I love. I love that. What's not to love? Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's very, very good. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I think that's great. Okay, good. And then there is a rather noticeable contingent of eyebrow. And I should make it a little darker. Parquar. There. There. Maybe I can make the teeth a little brownier. There. Because, keeping with the whole zombie thing. Your nose. And then, adding a bit more depth in here, in the shirtle area, with some more gray, a little bit more gray, and a little bit more gray on the chin, there, and where? Under there, there, okay, and there. How thick is that? There. A little bit more darkness in the eye regions because of, being more sunken in. The ramblings of an old man. Drawing man. Look at the drawing man. This will be a spectacle in a few years. This will be like, wow, guy's actually drawing. This guy is actually drawing. It almost feels like that now. Like, I think that's why, like, a lot of people, like, are so blown away by the fact that I'm doing stuff right there, and they're seeing what I do. Because, man, I don't think there's a lot of that. And maybe just around here, obviously, too, they don't get to see that kind of process, But yeah, it seems like people are way more, like, blown away by that, or amazed, and there's this huge wow factor that I feel recently more of. So it's great. I mean, it's great. Might be telling too. I don't know, man. That's not my place to say, but maybe people are just getting fed up with the AI slop already. Because it's awful. Oh yeah, it's because it's awful. It is. It's the worst. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And like every time I try to get away from like hearing like what the next almost brain death defying venture or thing happening, I try to avoid that, but no, it's like I get sucked in, and the latest thing, always ends up getting to me, and I, somehow, right? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's everywhere. It's in your toaster, man. Like you're gonna find out about what's happening in the world, and you're gonna be like disgusted by it, right? So. And you know what? Here's the thing too, and I think honestly that is one of the components of why I do this. It's for folks to literally watch and just like kind of turn their brain off type of thing, and enjoy in that way, and or get some tips or just inspiration of drawing, of someone drawing and stuff like that. And watch how they do it, and how that looks in real life, like what that looks like to do. How do people do it? Well, this is how I do it, right? So, having that little bit of like educational, I guess, component to it in terms of like maybe people picking up on some of the techniques, is great, right? So, yeah. But I think for a lot of, the reason I do this, it's to kind of, give people a glimpse into things, and you know, calm the soul, man. You know, just watch a guy draw. You don't even have to have the volume on. Watch an old man draw stuff. So I hope your Monday kicked off the week in a positive way. If not, make it positive. Make it positive. You can do it. You can do it. Yes. Try to have a positive outlook. And you know what? Doing art really helps you do that. Gives you that positive outlook. It really relaxes the parts of your brain that aren't required for art, and you know, creating art and really flexes those brain muscles that you know do need you for art, and yeah, they help each other symbiotically, you know. You can turn off your daytime brain and hit the sketchbook and use your nighttime art brain. You know, have a glass of wine, relax, draw some things. Do that daily journal thing where you draw something that you saw during the day, you know, and date it. Keeps you sort of going, you know. Keeps you sort of like, oh, I'm gonna do one of those every day. So, you know, gives you a goal. You know, gives you a goal. And a lot of people ask me too, like, you know, what keeps you going, and that is the thing. It's a goal. Like doing Zombie Daily, I have to do a new zombie drawing every single day. And even for the other things I do, when I promise, you know, folks what my output is going to be or what my posting schedule is going to be, I really want to stick to that. You know, I really want to stick to that, and I'm crestfallen when I can't. You know, for whatever reason. You know, now like, you know, doing CreatureCon this weekend was like a no-brainer. I was going to do that. But there's obviously going to be some fallout from that in terms of like me being able to do live streams after that, you know, because you're just wiped. Like, you know, I was having a conversation with a young man I met at the con, and I was trying to figure out who he was, and it's like when it finally dawned on me, then it was like, oh, of course I know, you know, who this individual is. But yeah, it takes a while sometimes, because when you're at a con, it's often very hectic, and you you go into a fugue state, man. But like I said, it's not that serious. You know, you come back to it when people remind you of things, right? So you're like, oh yeah, okay, oh my goodness. So yeah. I think he was throwing out clues that I was too kind of lazy-minded to figure out or to remember. So yeah, it was one of those scenarios, man. Yeah. So there we go. I think that looks great. I think that looks pretty good. Go from great to pretty good. Yeah, but that's not bad. I think it's absolutely adequate. Your work is absolutely adequate. But you're not Marvel material. You're not Marvel material. I heard a Marvel talent scout say that to a guy. He looked like Howard Stern, man. Like, he looked just like Howard Stern. Like, I didn't even know who Howard Stern... I don't even think Howard Stern was a thing when I saw that guy. And then later on I see Howard Stern, and I'm like, oh my god, he looks like that Marvel talent scout that I saw. But anyway, yeah, I remember him saying... you got a good style, blah, 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 but you're not Marvel material. You're not Marvel material yet, is what he said. Yeah, that's what he said. You're not Marvel material yet. Yeah, so gave him hope. Gave the kid hope. Maybe he's working for Marvel right now. Who knows? That was a long time ago. That was a long tango ago. Where's my white pen? Whitey! Whitey, where are you? Where are you though, Whitey? Where art thou? Come on now. Where is? No, there he is. Got him. Jawed him. Putting some shine in there. Oh, you got the shine. There. Put some oh yeah, I bet you that. Oh, okay, it works. All right. Not me. There. A little bit of highlight in there, but again, looking like that three-dimensional, that and you know what? This is by no means finished. I'm just saying it's okay. I think it's done. But what's this color? Is it blue? Is it blue or is it purple? Is anybody in the chat? No. Is anybody in the chat? I'm gonna see. Okay, nobody's in the chat. Or I'm gonna get. Okay, yeah, nobody's in the chat right now, but okay, I'm gonna assume this is blue. And no, I better not. Oh, come on now. Blue. Oh, I see the word blue. Bleu clair. I think it's in French, but I think blue is in there, so I'm going to use this. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit of that for sure. Making it, making it a little more, three-dimensional. Another dimension. Dementia 5 Spider-Man. You've entered Dementia 5 Spider-Man. Meddling insect. Spiders aren't insects. Whipped. Spiders aren't insects. Meddling insect. Silence. Seize them. One day I will be rich and famous enough to say seize them. One day. With your help. So subscribe to the channel. Help me take over the world. There. Ear. A little bit more three-dimensional with a thicker holding line. And I add that to the head area. Make that, I think that brow a little thicker. Yeah. And then that whole other part there is still the head, or still that part of the head rather. So I'm going to add that in. And make that thicker, which I just did. So I think that's pretty close to completed. I'll put it away, put it aside, and get back to the zombie portrait, which I think now the red will be added. The red. There. And red goes on pretty much last because it is the most intense color. Kind of supersedes everything else, like in terms of value, like the intensity value of it. So yeah, and it's the most striking area. So you can't necessarily let it take precedence over everything. You have to balance it out, right? So that is forthcoming as well. Me balancing out the red with everything else. With everything else. So yeah. Boop, 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 boop. There. Then we gotta let this dry. What a shocker. But yeah, it's part of the process, right? But again, like that's why I love using watercolor, because it dries fast. You don't have to clean your brush or anything after you're done. You can let the paint harden. It'll be just fine and dandy the next time. Yeah, you can get vibrant colors out of it. You can layer it. Man, like it's awesome. I find, and I mean, if you like working with acrylics, that's cool too. Or whatever, what have you. It's what you're comfortable with. It's what you enjoy working with. In terms of simplicity and ease, and maybe even affordability. And that's what my Patreon page is basically for, guys. If you want to help support Zombie Daily, the Patreon page is basically the place to be for that. If you want to check that out, maybe help support the page for $2 a month if you can, if you have the ways and means to do so. That would be awesome. All the proceeds go to the purchase of more art supplies and more differenter art supplies, like things that I've never used before. If I could reach my first goal of $250 a month, I could get some really interesting art supplies and try and use them in live streams and kind of show you how I'm doing with them, type of thing. I mean, all that's gonna go in, right? Because that's pretty much all I do, zombie wise for the Zombie Daily page, and obviously jobs, like zombie portraits like this one, and other things, but yeah, it's mostly this. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good. Maybe I'll put some, touches of, because I think there's not too much more that needs to be sort of added to the hair. There might be a few areas that I can add a bit of depth to, but I think for the most part that's good. I'm going to put some black in there. Mr. Black. Now here's Mr. Black. Yeah, that kind of dried blood. Feel. dried blood in hair, how that looks, right? I mean, get away from the windows. Yeah. There. Yeah, love that. I love that. I think that's grand. Let's go with that. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. Give it some, give it some characters. A lived-in look, so to speak, with the sort of dried blood, and other constituents making up that area. And I like that. I like that. That deep set in area underneath the chin here, underneath the jawbone, creating that illusion, the illusion of depth, and that. But the red is a little bit too wet right now, so I have to postpone any more shadow functions here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do her gums. Yeah, she's doing a piranha pose. Yeah, piranha pose. Like, what's his name? Oh no, that was Charlie Tuna. What? Charlie Tuna, you fool. Wait a minute. Okay, it's there. Okay. Right. Good. Okay, there. Yeah, that's great. Good. Okay. Yeah, the main concern is always making it look like the person. That's my first and foremost concern. I'll always know what to do with the zombification and techniques thereof, but I will always want to get the person right, because it's a portrait, man. Like, you want to do that. And I'm doing it in pen and ink, basically, with a little bit of watercolor help. So, I'm turning it into line art. Yes. Now, as I have another sip of coffee. All right. So, what do I do now? Probably too wet to do anything. You know what I'm gonna do though? Oh yes, this will be great. I think it will. The red zombie eye with the black. I think that'll work so well. Yeah, I really like it. I like it already. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then when I'm gonna put the eyeball in, and it will be black, with the red like that. That'll be fantastic. It'll be fantastic. There. That's super. Okay, goody. Now, on to another Pokemon. Can you believe it? Another one? What? That's the last one from this latest, batch in the series. I think we're currently, without counting these, I think 13, which I just did over the weekend. I think I'm at 260, not counting these. So we'll be at 273 after I finish, scan, and add these to the series. So 200, almost 300. So we're on the road to 300. Zombie Pokemon. Yeah. How about that? That's a lot. That's a lot of Pokemon zombie art, man. Yeah, and that's why, like, if you go to the Zombie Daily page, you can actually help me create way, way, way more art. And your all your support goes to art supplies. Just buying more, financing more art supplies for more art on the page. So that's basically the circle of life for that. So if you have the ways and means in order to help me out with that, $2 a month donation does wonders. Man, I really make the dollar stretch too. yeah. So keep that in mind too. It's not just like, oh yes, I've got this free money. I'll just buy Copic markers. Go to the store and just start pulling them off those little cubicles or whatever. No, I don't do that, man. I go for the cheapest stuff first, see if it works, and then go up from there if I need to. But there's definitely a stopping point. For zombie portraits, it's a little different. I use like really high quality everything for that. For zombie portraits, but like for the Zombie Daily stuff, it's dollar store watercolor paper, offcuts, watercolor offcuts, stuff like that. Yeah. Why not? It looks fine. It looks great. I like it. I like working on it. I like working with it. Right. So try to use things you like working with. To do your art too. Make it easy on yourself. So yeah, make it easy on yourself, and use materials that are a joy to use. And are an ease as well. And if you can, affordable. I don't mean cheap. I mean affordable. Because there are cheap, products out there. And sometimes you can get away with that stuff if, again, you're doing if you're sketching in a sketchbook, you don't need super high quality, materials for that. All you need is a pencil and that sketchbook, and basically that's it. If you have a mechanical pencil, you don't really need anything else. If you want to ink stuff after or just have another pen with you, cool. You can ink stuff and darken the lines and do all that stuff, But theoretically, all you need is a pencil, mechanical pencil. You don't need a sharpener for that. Bring that with you to school, to work, and draw stuff, man. Draw stuff. Draw stuff, damn you. Do it. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll be glad you did. And these tusks are made of ice. I learned that from Bulbapedia Pokemon page. Aren't you impressed with my investigative prowess into Pokemon? So we're doing, who's this guy? Oh yeah, Mamoswine. Mamoswine. I don't make these up, folks. Hey, you gotta call them something. You gotta call them something. Names. Yeah, coming up with names for things sometimes, half the battle, man. What do we call ourselves? The B Sharps. So I guess the Simpsons are still going, right? Like the Simpsons are still a show. They must be. I've not heard anything about them not being around anymore. But man, is it good? I don't. I have no idea. I have not watched it in seemingly years. Like even old episodes, it seems like I haven't watched like old episodes in a long time. And I used to sort of watch them, you know, throw them in every once in a while, watch some Simpsons, you know, some early ones, laugh my my head off, and you know, everything was good, you know. It's all I needed in life. Yeah, no, but yeah, I haven't done that recently either. So maybe it's time to put some Simpsons in the old video box, you know. Oh, sorry guys. There we go. Adding the heavier holding line around the tusks. Tuscavarna. There. Very simple. I've got the pencil line there pretty well showing me where to go and what to do with the inks. You know, complete enough. Yeah, I'm going to let that go. You know what? I kind of screwed that up and went over it, but I think I'm going to keep it like that. Yeah. I think I'm going to keep it like that. It looks weird. And I like that. I like the fact that it looks kind of weird. It looks off. It looks kind of weird, like wonky. So I think I'm going to keep that mistake. Yeah, those eyes are crazy, I tells ya. It's crazy, I tells ya. Mask. He's got a mask. Unmask him. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to refine it, though, with a little bit of vitamin 3 here. And again, I'm going to put in a little bit of a cheekbone, like within that mask and within this white mask, you know, or at least a sense of dimension in there, you know. Yeah, like, you know, in keeping with the bone structure. In keeping with the bone structure. So, yeah. 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 There. You know, keeping with that bone structure, and then, you know, kind of doing fancy things in there, tendons and like sort of stretched flesh, you know. Hairs. Hairs. Ice. Icicles. Just, you know, I think strange shapes, like could be icy in those tusks, you know. Like they melted, then they froze again, and you know that has that kind of texture, like a melted candle wax, you know. But this is ice, baby, ice a baby. Ice baby. Yeah, there we go. Lots of nice little details in there showing that it is ice. Or, you know, bloody ice. Bloody ice! It's bloody ice! Ice that has blood in it. From goring. Gore! Yeah. There. Yeah. Zombie it up. Mammo swine. Mammo swine style. Zombie it up, mammo style. Mammo swine style. Gonna. Oof. Arm's getting a little sore there. Sore there. Boo hoo. Bahoo hoo. There is the eye there. There is the eye there. And so that will be blackened. Wow, that's wonderful. Oh, that's great. I'm going to put some of those really fine. You know, once the face is done, usually, I mean, I try to do the hardest thing first. Or not the hardest thing, but the most difficult or time-consuming or tricky or you know, mentally draining area, you know, the one you have to put the most work in, I try to do those first. And even when I do the Pokemon, like, my whole thing is to try to, like, do it so that, you know, I'm not doing just easy sort of ones. I'm doing, like, more complex ones too, and changing it up type of thing, you know. So yeah, just managing your abilities and your brain too, you know, like all of that stuff, you know. I'm just gonna pull that a little closer. And then this. Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. Really good. Really good. Oh yeah, she's got a sort of a snarl. Or a snarly lip. Like, because she's putting her lip up. So it has that kind of curl to it. And there. There. Very good. So far, so great. I'm digging it. I hope you guys are enjoying the views, sir. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. And have checked out some of the other live streams that I've done too. Pick up some art tips and tricks. Art tips und tricks. Both of those things. Watch me draw for relaxation, or, you know, to pick up some news on materials, other artists. Where other things of mine can be found, which most of that stuff is in the description below. The links to a lot of the things that I do. My Rob Suchetto joints are there. If you want to check those out, of course, Zombie Daily being the big one. It's where all of my zombie art goes and finds its home, and you can find an immeasurable amount of zombie art there right now for you to enjoy. Well, maybe not right now, but right after this. Then you can enjoy that, and let me tell you, there's a lot to look at. There's a lot to unpack, as they say, as they're not saying as much. Yeah, definitely check out Zombie Daily. All the zombie art I do goes there. for you to enjoy. And please subscribe to the channel. Sorry guys, I was disconnected there for a moment. Okay, now I'm back to excellent. Okay. Receiving things excellently. Excellence is described as the condition of being excellent. Very good. Excellence is described as the condition of being excellent. Now, adding a little bit more definition in that eyelid in the stream. There we go. Adding the very fine girl eyebrow hair. Very soft. Often soft. I think I'm running out of eyebrow hair. Another sign of oldness. Oldishness. I'm entering oldishness. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. And all of the other live streams that are up so far. Yeah, I really enjoy doing those for you guys and with you guys, and you know, I'm a fan too, for real. And I know, like, a lot of people say that, but like, yeah, I'm a fan of, you know, so many, you know, pop culture things, and from way back. Like, I discovered Godzilla when I was, I think, 5. And, yeah, my mom would let me watch the Godzilla marathons that would come on late at night. Like, they'd start at 10. So if I went to bed at 6, I could get up. Like, she'd wake me up, and I would watch the Godzilla marathons. I'd probably get through like 1.5 and then fall asleep, you know. But they had those Godzilla marathons like all the time, and that's where I sort of, you know, I was so fascinated with Godzilla. It was like the best thing in the universe, you know. But again, when you have no internet or anything like that, it's hard to find the material that, you know, you might want to draw or even read about or anything. Like, so you better remember what that Godzilla character looked like, because you ain't never going to see him again. Like, how are you going to see him? You can't go to the library. Can't go to the library and just see him. Can't just see Godzilla in a movie. You know, when is that going to come on again? There's no way of recording movies and watching them at your home or streaming them or anything like that. So I'm not even kidding, man. Like, think about that for a moment, you know? Like, when I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, I was so, like, blown away by that movie that I tried drawing it as a comic. And I got as far as the part where they find Stapedo or whatever in the grate, in the spikes, when they go into the first thing right at the beginning of the movie. So yeah, I drew like I was drawing it as a comic, you know. And then Marvel comes out with it, you know, and I'm like, well, why am I doing this, you know? But why was I doing it anyway? You know, what did I think I was going to do with a Raiders of the Lost comic that I drew? Like, what was going to happen with that? I was just doing it because I wanted to do it, you know. Idiot. You fool. But yeah, man, like, I love that movie so much. It was so awesome. Why was I drawing a Raiders of the Lost comic? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm still looking for the answer. I'm still looking for the answer. Yeah, day by day. Every day. Same thing. Yeah. There. That's looking great. Let me get a little over here. Yeah, that's looking great, I think. There. Lots of the... Yeah, and now it's just a matter of inking, man. It's just a matter of getting those inks in there, and creating the illusion of surfaces and textures and depth and shadow and shape and form and weight and composition. I mean, the composition's basically done, but excuse me. I had to actually, because there was more hair and stuff above. You have to position it where it's like, okay, that's the best version of that photo for this size and for the amount of detail you want to do in there. So yeah, you come to a decision on the scale, right? And kind of that's the composition. It's a portrait composition, so they're pretty much the same, Yeah. But it always is a consideration. There. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's great doing this zombie face thing, She's getting into the spirit of it for sure. So I'm doing a zombie portrait that was one of the zombie portraits that I got ordered this past weekend. One of the many actually. That rarely happens too at conventions that I get actual zombie portrait orders, but yeah, I got a bunch at CreatureCon this year, which was kind of surprising. But anyway, doing one of those happily. Love doing zombie portraits, of course, and this is for a person that I met that actually has that watches the live streams, Tina. So this is her order being done, and we talked about actually. She said, she mentioned, could you do it on? I think she mentioned it. I think she actually mentioned it, and said, maybe you could do it on the live stream. Because she said that earlier, and she said, you're drawing right now. It's too bad you can't live stream it, or you should be live streaming it or something. And I said, I don't have the means to do that. So I didn't have the means to do that there. But we kind of discussed doing the portrait in a live stream, and that's why I'm doing this right now. But again, I wanted to be on the safe side and not show the photo, because it's of a young person, and I don't want to overstep the bounds of the platform here. I don't want to do anything like that. So I'm kind of playing it safe. Just by drawing this. You can't really tell who it is or anything like that. So it's a drawing. Yeah, but yeah, I think respecting the boundaries of a platform is necessary, and I happily do it to be on there. If I can reach more people and talk about the things that I do, and reach people in the sense that it can help people sort of. Relieve tension and stress with drawing, You know, I think that's a wonderful thing. You know, so and I'm here to sort of, you know, do show tips and tricks and things like that for artists who kind of want to do this kind of illustrative, you know, comic booky type art, fantasy type art. That, you know, there's this you can do it this way, you know, with these materials and stuff. So, and yes, I've been known as the king of the grind because I just do so very, 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 very much. And yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about like the volume of zombie art that I've created over the years. And you'll see a lot of that on Zombie Daily, on the Zombie Daily page if you check that out. Yeah, please do check Zombie Daily out. Is where I post all of the zombie art I do each day, and in the live streams, not in the live streams, in the live streams, you know, all the stuff that I do here, there, at cons, everywhere, basically, it all goes to the Zombie Daily page. And the Zombie Portraits page too, in the blog. If you want to check out the blog on Zombie Portraits, that's where a lot of the, all the new stuff is posted there on a daily basis as well. So, yeah. And then I post everything on my socials after, you know. But if you want to see the stuff first, if you want to get in on the stuff, when I post it, the moment I post it, check out Zombie Daily. And that link is, of course, in the description below. Hello. There we go. There's, want to really do the hair, get some nice textures in there, and, you know, shapes, some very cool shapes, some very cool shapes, some very cool shapes. It's the shape song. Yeah. Again, throwing in some like, oh, you know, there's some crazy flyaway pieces in there. And like, again, that's very cool. Like, I really love the fact that there's so much going on in there, in the hair, you know, because of the way it's up, the way she has it sort of up, you know. There's lots of surfaces, lots of cool surfaces in there, But yeah, I'm doing this zombie portrait live for y'all, and it's happening right now. Zombie portraits. I started Zombie Portraits back in 2006. No one was doing it, so I basically invented the service back in 2006. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of Zombie Portraits. Guys, get yourself a zombie portrait. They're great gifts too. I'm doing one right now. And I'll be doing some cat ones coming soon as well. It was made for the internet. Yeah, cat zombie portraits, man. I'll be doing that very soon too. Those are again some of the orders that I got from during CreatureCon, which was very weird. I rarely do get orders at the cons. It's usually after. But yeah, people are like throwing money at me to do it. So, you know, yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. That's different for me. You know, it's usually, like I said, after the con's over, people contact me and go, oh, you know, I saw you this weekend, love to get the zombie portrait, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, that's how it usually goes. But yeah, this was a little different. all good. What do I freaking care which way it happens, right? You know, I just love doing them. There we go, guys. What do you think of that? There's some nice texture in there and depth, you know? I think that's looking good. And I'm going to do these teeth here. Do these teeth here. Got to get the teeth correct. Yeah. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it on. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. A little bit there. And a lot more there, but not too much. And then a little bit there. There. Yeah, she's doing a piranha pose with her jaw, which is great because, you know, she's doing a zombie sort of funny face. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it when people get into the things, man. You know, it's so great, right? The fandom. I love it, man. I love it. You know, again, like, I wouldn't go to cons if I didn't love, you know, talking to people and you know, being in touch with the fans, like, in that proximity, in that situation, in that scenario. Like, I really enjoy doing that, you know. And again, if I didn't, you wouldn't see me out there, man. You wouldn't see me out there. But I really enjoy seeing you guys, you know. I really have a lot of fun, you know, seeing fans, man. It's such a wonderful feeling. And, you know, making new fans. And, you know, just people checking out my work, man. Like, it's awesome. What's not awesome about it, you know? It's wonderful. It's a great experience. And, you know, of course, when I talk to folks at conventions, it's mostly like fan stuff, you know, talking about how much we love, you know, Peacemaker or any number of the Godzilla. You know, a small boy came up to me and asked me if I had any Godzilla prints or anything. And I was like, wow, you're into Godzilla that much? And he's like, yeah. And I go, like, that's so awesome. You find other fans like yourself, you know, and that's really cool. I love that. You know, so, yeah. So we're doing the zombie portrait. We're getting her done. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking all of the components of it, and I'm really gonna put in the effort with the hair there. Adding some little, because what's happening behind her in this is there's going to be the trees, right? The trees, the silhouetted trees, right? So you know she'll stand out on top of that, of course, because it's, you know, it's like the yellow and light skin color on the black. On the black background of those silhouetted trees, you know. So I find that really, really works. I remember trying blue at the beginning. You'll see there's a couple of zombie portraits that I've done for people, like literally first month of doing zombie portraits as a business, and I did blue ones. Like blue backgrounds, and I found it didn't work as well. And there's no other real color that you could use that way. I don't think that would work. Like red would just be way too distracting for a background, and yada, yada, yada. So I think the background that I basically formulated over time works the best. And that's why I continue to use it. That yellow background with the silhouetted trees, making it seem like Dawn of the Dead type of thing. And popping the zombie portrait like face out of the page a lot, which is great. That's what you want, right? Yeah. So also, I mean, if you put all those zombie portraits together back to back, you create this giant zombie portrait because they all have the same background, right? Aside from those blue ones. But we'll figure something out. Yeah. So guys, I'm out of coffee. I'm not long for this world in terms of doing much more tonight. I'm gonna try to do my best to finish this in terms of inking, but I'm not gonna rush it. And then I'm going to call it a night, and I will bid you adieu. But until then, if you want to see me continue to ink, I will do so. And I kind of want to do a couple of live streams. They're a little edgier, maybe, and I talk about AI, and I talk about artists that I don't particularly like, or things of that nature. Yeah. I think I need to do that. Yeah. Because I'm mostly carefree and I'm fancy free and all that. But yeah, I do have some gripes. About things. And here's this, guys. I don't know if you care to even listen to that. If not, then I'm not going to do it because I don't need to do it. But I think there's a number of people who kind of are looking for that through some of my content. So you tell me. Leave your thoughts in a comment below. Let me know if you want to see a more unplugged version of me. More talking about the current events in art, likes and dislikes in art. In general, and things of that nature. That if you want to hear that kind of stuff, me talk about that pop culture sort of stuff and where I fit into it and what I think of it, let me know. And I could even have guests come on and talk. People can actually phone in, and we can discuss stuff on the air. So. Yeah. But yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing. I would do it. I would definitely do it because I enjoy doing that kind of stuff too. Talking about pop culture and just what I think about it. And that's all. Like it's always just opinion, man. And you can have a really good outlook on life or a really bad one, but I think when you do, things like that, it's just your opinion. When you say things like, how you feel about a thing, and that's just that. It's just opinion, man. What else is it? It's what you think. It's not what is, right? So, like, if there's people that agree with you, then you have your followers. If you have people that don't, then you have, people who don't follow and or are not like interested in that kind of thought process, But I think with this channel, with me, I just want to show art and do art and have fun with it and show you guys how I do it, and not really, don't really need to discuss anything heavier than that. It's not like this isn't for that, really. I don't think. Yeah, I want. like if kids wanted to watch this, I want it to be able for, I think, kids to watch it, maybe. You know, if they want to watch somebody draw and maybe pick up, like, you know, techniques or something. I know that's a real stretch. But I keep thinking that in the back of my mind, like, you know, that could be a possibility, and I don't want a kid to hear, you know, me swearing and, you know, being ornery or whatever, you know, or opinionated and passionate about stuff. Which I am. I just don't really, like, this is not really the time or place for that, right? So, but anywho, don't have to do it. It's a YouTube landscape like a video type of thing to do. So, you know, if you want me to try to do it, I'll try to do it, and, you know, I'll probably end up enjoying it too, because why wouldn't I? But don't have to do it, man. Like, don't have to be a spicier version of me. You know, it's all good. This speed is fine for me, you know. Like I said, I always think, you know, if a kid watches, you know, doesn't want to hear all that swearing or whatever opinion on stuff, you know, just wants to see a dude draw, you know, and draw some zombies, maybe you know, inspire a little bit, maybe give some tips. I grind it out, I really do. I've been known as the king of the grind, but also, and more importantly, the zombie guy. So that's kind of what most folks call me when they see me or introduce me at events or things. The zombie guy. So I love that. I'm leaning right into that. It's great, and it's true. I am the zombie guy, and I draw zombies for a living. And other things, but mostly zombies. And other stuff, but mostly zombies. Yeah. There. And now I'm just finishing, basically, a zombie portrait. So yeah, I got a couple of zombie portrait orders over the weekend at CreatureCon. So I'm working on one of those for you guys right now and showing you how I kind of do zombie portraits. If you're interested. Yeah, it's all with traditional materials. Pen, ink, watercolor. That is basically it. All of it's done by hand, of course, with those materials. And when folks order a zombie portrait, they get the original in the mail. Usually takes about a week or so. I'm all about the deadline, man. I'm all about the deadline. You know, it's so important to me to have your zombie portrait started and completed as quickly as possible for many reasons. Most of which are you know, because I want you to get it in your hands as quickly as you can. And, you know, doing it like in one sitting is always the best for consistency and stuff like that too. You know, like, I mean, it's no big deal if I do more work on it tomorrow, but, you know, like, it's always good to start and finish, you know, a single piece at least, like that in you know, in one sitting type of thing. So yeah. So there we go. There we go. I'm going to put more fold in the sheets. Put more fold in the sheet. Put more fold in the shirt. There. Yeah, I really like this. I do though. I do though. Where's Noel from here? There we go. Good. Yeah, man. So now the only thing left to do is, well, I mean, there's a couple of things, but mostly, and this is how I do this, it's going to be tree number 1, roughly, tree number 1. I'm going to kind of go like there, there. So I'm creating the branches for the trees. Oh, sorry guys. Just creating the branches for the trees. These are going to be the trees here. So of course, I'm going to keep a wide line away from her, the edge of her face and hair and stuff like that, because I don't want to go over the line at all. So thicken up that line. There's another tree there, another tree here, another one, say, there, another tree there, and another tree there. Roughly she goes. And then put the branches in. And again, this is the process I use when I do the zombie portraits. So it's kind of like, you know, adding those trees in, which are going to be silhouettes, and then putting those branches in silhouette too. So it almost looks like stained glass. It almost looks like stained glass, but it isn't. There. Yeah, you know what? That's perfect. There. Okay, there. All right, now. It's this guy that, is it him? Yes, it is this. The permanent. But first, what I'm going to actually do before I use this, I think, I am going to, this is the one. This is the one. I'm going to do this to create like a buffer zone, so I don't use the thick marker too close to the hair and, you know, go over a line or something. I don't want to do that. Go over a line or something. I don't want to do that. There. Wonderful. And then, you know, approximately tree. I think this pen is not long for this world either. Yeah. Mind you, this pen, like the paper is very porous and rough, but I still think this pen might be on its last legs. Do pens have legs? Douche. There. Okay. Sound like a creaky old door. Okay. Just wanted to check the chat there. All right. Okay. More a holding line there. And you know what? There too. And then this. Yeah, you know what? I think this pen is... I don't think I should use it for this anymore. What will I use, though? What will I use? Oh, another one just like it. That's what. Yeah, this one's way, way nicer. Or way newer. Yeah, there we go. Much smoother. Yeah, I like that there. That's good. Again, really, really adding some depth to the to the proceedings in the face there. You know, again, showing some signs of three-dimensionality on there because of that, even the ink from the pen, which is, in fact, the same ink, I believe, that is in this, but a little bit deeper, I think. Even more. And again, I'm going to do some more of the hair there, because there are some darker areas in there. So I'm going to lay in another maybe rough crosshatch section, or hatch section. And it's a rough hatch because the hair is very nice and curvy and streamlined. So I'm going to make the shadowy areas rough cross hatching. So, you know, a little bit of texture in that cross hatching. Juxtaposing the hair. Style. There. Good. That's good. It's good. There. Yeah. I'm liking it. I am liking it. Oh, right in the eye. Alright. More. Now, this holding line, of course, is going to disappear after I fill in this area where the tree is. So, that is, like I said, this is these lines right now that I'm doing are basically a buffer for the fill, because I use a thicker marker for the fill, for filling it in, and I don't want to sort of go over the line and into the hair or any other area. So I'm putting a buffer line in there, you know, and a bit of a holding line too in areas that will remain, but these areas won't remain because they're going to be filled in with black. Yes. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me get all of this work done, all of this zombie work done. I really appreciate, my goodness, the new subscribers to the channel rather, and I thank you so much for that. Wanted to do the Creature Con this weekend. And hit the ground running when I got back. You know, when I could, do another video Monday and post more stuff, which I did. I did a review of Creature Con, which is posted. You can check that out. And this new live stream that we're doing right now, that I'm broadcasting to you right now. So yes, and of course, posted on Zombie Daily, and many other things. So many other things. A lot of stuff to do back in the real world, man. Like after the con hangover has depleted, back to work, man. So had to get new prints done. Had to get new sleeves. Big sleeve shortage now. So I have to think of plan B, of course, which I do. I have a plan B for sleeves. Thank goodness. It's not the best thing, but it is a thing. So I might have to be using. You know what? The sleeves are the sleeves. Like when you buy a print off me, when you pick up a print from me at a convention, and it's in it's in the sleeve. I don't imagine you are going to leave it like that. I think a lot of people frame it. Well, I know a lot of people do because they send me photos of they're walls of, you know, the stuff that I've done. So, you know, that's so crazy, man. So yeah, like I know a lot of them don't like stay in the sleeves. The sleeve is just a protection, you know, until you get it home type of thing. Because like I said, a lot of people frame them. Somebody even messaged me the other day, asked me what size frame they were, and all the prints are the same size, 8.5 by 11, and they all go in a document frame. That's a document frame. So yeah, 8.5 by 11 frame, document frame. You can pick those up anywhere. Walmart. My hated Walmart. Still don't go to Walmart. Still don't go to Walmart. Yeah, dollar store even, man. Dollar store. You know, you can get those frames there. You know, if need be. There. Okay, so I'm going to do some more fills, and I found that, you know what, I used to use real India ink pen refills and pen and like ink, but I found that it was getting way too hard on my brushes, my brush pens rather, like just doing fills with that, like, which is blasphemy, but like it was really the best thing until this pen. This permanent marker, it's like a studio. It might even be like a cheap brand, but I tested it out on many things before I did any zombie portraits with them, and I found that they were awesome for the fills, like the black fills. So I've been using those instead of the India ink for this. Yeah. And it works, and it's very dark, very silky. Perfect. I think perfect for the zombie portrait back, like the black. And anything really. It's a great fill. Like it's a great black filler, you know. But like anything else, and like I'm experiencing right now, they don't last very long. Or how many times have I used this already? None. Well, they gotta dry up sometime. Yeah, I probably use this. I think I used this for the Guns N' Roses poster. Yeah, okay, this is dead. This one's dead. Do I have any new ones? Permanent. Oh, look at that. I do. Right on. See, you guys help me buy these with your Patreon money. $2 a month. $2 a month, and that's all I need from at least 200 people. That would be the best thing in the universe. But even 100 people, if 100 people gave me $200 or $2 a month, I'd be like set for art supplies forever, man. I could make that work forever, I think. You know, even at my speed and my output, I could probably make that work forever. That much in art supplies a month, I could do that for sure. And that's it. That's all I would ever ask for. $2 a month from anybody for the Patreon, you know. I think as a creator, like, you know, you kind of owe it to people to be a little frugal, you know. I don't know. I just feel that way. Yeah. Yeah. What do I know? I'm just an artist. There. Man, I might actually totally finish this. Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't, I wanted to, but I thought, oh, maybe the drawing times are going to be too long. And, no, well, you know, they were long, but I kind of tried to cheat a little bit in terms of just avoiding areas to put more washes on so they wouldn't intermingle. So yeah, but it worked, and I was very careful. There was very little risk of anything, you know, not turning out right. And then if so, I could always fix it anyway. So I wasn't really worried about, you know, doing it a little faster, like before everything was like super dry. Would have just taken way longer. It's like waiting for a commercial, you know. So, but yeah, I really love how this is turning out, and it is almost finished. Like, I can't believe that. Like, that's awesome. You know? And I think I'm going to use a Sharpie for some of the intermediate branches. Yeah. You know? And maybe there's parts in her hair where I can blacken it in. Yeah, there. Like, giving it more depth. Yeah, like in there, and there. Yeah, wonderful. I love that. Okay, good. That's great. Ooh, wonderful. Now I'm just adding the branches in, as you can see. The stick branches that make up the background, and that sort of Dawn of the Dead, you know, motif. Or you know, vibe, you know, however you want to call it. It's kind of spooky, and it evokes the Dawn of the Dead movie, you know, and even the idea dawn, you know, it's the dawn, so it's bright yellow, and then, you know, you've got the silhouettes of the you know, seemingly dead trees in there, you know, like even if they aren't dead, it doesn't matter. It's in fall. There's just branches, right? So again, like that's a really effective background for a lot of reasons, you know. And it pops the zombie portrait off the page, you know, in its darkness, you know. It's almost like a black background, but it's got a couple of nice little details in there. So there. Yeah, would you look at that? Yeah. And I mean, there's still a little more I'm going to do. Like, what else? I'm going to, oh yeah. Okay, there's this. Is that going to work? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Okay. And that. And this. And this. Just adding that white. And a little bit there. A little bit of a highlight. Not too much. Just a little bit of a highlight. And there too in the chin there, and that to show that it's coming out. You know, it's bulging out a little bit. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of the cheekbone here. I think some of the jaw, a little bit of that hanging flesh, and a couple of the tendons in there. Yeah, I like the fact that the little boils and stuff. Oh, you know what? It looks like I missed that one. Yeah, the boils and stuff have a bit of a, you know, not a highlight, but a shade. Hey there, lamp. That's a nice shade. Yeah, so like that. There. There. I really like that. That's great. Yeah, and I'm looking at the original, you know, photo, and yeah, and I think, oh, you know what the coup de grace is gonna be. Where is it? Where is... Oh, here it is. This is going to be the coup de grace. A little bit of the... there. Yeah, that right there is very, very necessary. And I think it's great, and it really pops. And I think it's wonderful. Yeah. Huh? What do you think? Really gives it that poppy feeling, you know, that really, like, it looks like a real glossy eye, you know, a shiny, gooey, possibly, eye. Might even be dry, but it has a bit of a shine to it, you know. I think that's it. I think that's good. Well, maybe there. Yeah, there. Okay, there. Yeah, I think that's great. A couple of more very small twigs in the background in there in the trees. Maybe a couple more smidges of hair follicle detail in there. But not much needed. You know? We've done a zombie portrait, guys. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? In one night. In one drawing session. So... There's the answer to a lot of questions people usually have about how long does it take you to do a zombie portrait, and one like this takes about 3 hours because we started at 9. It is midnight right now. I have done other stuff. I actually did finish this, and I finished. Where did I finish it? Oh yeah, and I finished this too. So I finished the portrait Zombie Pinup, Zombie Pokémon, and a zombie portrait all in one night, you know. And we just started this tonight. We just started this zombie portrait tonight, and now it's finished. Now it's done. You know, it's ready to be scanned and mailed out. Or actually, I don't think I'm mailing this one out. I think I'm kind of hand delivering it to the person because we're gonna see each other at events soon. I think. Yeah. So. But I will send her the JPEG tomorrow when I get up and scan it. But yeah, that's done. That is done. Like, that is a finished zombie portrait. And we did it all in one night. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to sign it. Don't forget to put your name. And that's another one. For the 10,000. She's part of the 10,000. Yeah. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. I love it. I think it turned out fantastic. I'm glad you guys could draw with me, stay with me, watch with me, and do things with me in the studio. Guys, I'm so glad. And I'm so happy that you chose to, you know, kind of check out my art and watch the live stream. I think that's it for tonight. I will be back again very soon with new fun stuff that you probably would never guess, but it's a surprise. It's always a surprise with that guy. So yes, thank you very much, guys. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. I'm going to check the chat one more time, just in case. Okay, that was the last one a while ago. So, all right. So I will bid you guys adieu. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like I said, and if you could, please. I'm begging you. No, I would really enjoy that, and. You know, you'd really be helping me a lot doing that too. And I hope you love the content enough to do so. All right, guys, thanks again. And I will talk to you soon. All the best wishes and love until next time.